Hey everyone, it's been a month now since I worked on the tank. It's time to get back at her. It's kind of depressing walking by it every day and not be able to work on it, but anyway, I've been tired lately. A lot of stuff going on. Anyway, let's get back at her here. I'll show you what I got. Alright, so this is the second fuel cell I got my hands on for free. The first one was a 10 gallon. I believe this is a 5 gallon or something like that, whatever they want to call it. Maybe it's a 10, I don't know. Anyway, it's an out-of-date fuel cell because they won't let you race it. Any fuel cell with the spigots on the bottom anymore. In case you get knocked off, the fuel leaks all over the place. So this is much smaller than the first one I had by half. That wouldn't fit in there, so I'm going to put this one down in on this side right here. I'm going to have to cut that bracket off to make it fit down nicely and grind it off, and I'm going to put some rubber against it anyway. So when I received it, it looked like it was leaking. The top was off at the lid. I looked down inside it and I could see all kinds of nasty shit in there. It looked like, well, there's foam goes in there, but right there, chicken feathers and all kinds of shit. Anyway, I took it all apart, clean it before I put it back together, and I have a power shut-off switch now for this, but I gotta install that another time. So let's get cracking. First things first, we're gonna clean this mess all up. Let's vacuum that all out, give her a good wipe with a rag, clean the foam off, put the foam down in place. Then I'll have to take this ring right here to the gas tank shop tomorrow. Try to find a rubber that fits it. I have one here. It doesn't really fit. It's off a foreign car. Close, but no cigar. So there's one on here, but I think that one stays on the top. It should have another one here. Now I have an inner tube. I could cut it probably and make myself two new ones so it doesn't leak anymore. Then I have to address this type of cap here. It looks like it's missing a piece in here, but it doesn't matter, it was free, right? So clean up that ring so it slides nicer. Yeah, clean that up, Okay, let's get going. Okay, so I was gonna mount the fuel cell at first low into the hull, but I think I'm gonna leave it up here. I was gonna try to add a second row of seats, but there's not enough room in here anyway for people to sit. So she's gonna go like this, piece of angle iron. I'm not sure, I think I'm gonna chop this up and then build a piece around the bottom and then corners on it, and then some kind of strapping to hold it down, and then rubber tubing or something, so grind some of these down so they don't hit, and then rubberize it, all of it, so it doesn't rattle around in there. And yeah, so I think that fits nicely right there. So we're gonna go ahead, I still need to clean it anyway. Let's jump it all over. Let's get the vacuum cleaner out first. I need to vacuum the hull out some more before I have a fire down in here. See all the leaves and shit. I know what you're gonna say, why not just throw the sponge away? Well, it kind of keeps the fuel from sloshing around in there, and I'm not sure if it keeps it from blowing up, but whatever. It's going back in. Alrighty. So we're gonna, this is like the underside of it. Guess what I need, I'm gonna cut it bigger than what I need it. I'll trim it off after. Oh yes. Oh yes. Okay, I'm going to try to make some 45 cuts. I got my width down. Let's see how this saw does for this. Kind of guessing there. Piece of crap. Whoa. Alright, so this is what I got so far. This is holiday Monday now, trying to get back at her. I'm just going to show you when I'm all done building it, okay? We'll get back at you in a minute. Alright, so I sort of got her tacked into place there. That's what she's going to look like. I need to make another runner down here and an upright, and then I'm going to put another one of these across the top, and then I'll hook straps to that to strap her down. But I got to go back and make sure that bolt doesn't hit the corner of the fuel cell. I'm going to go for a test fit here, see if I can get the fuel cell in there before I do anything else to it. So far so good. Okay, so next step is going to put an upright here, like that side. Then we'll add another piece of bar this way, so we can weld a bracket on to make our gas tank straps to hold her down in place. I don't want this thing moving around. It fits pretty good, but you can see the corner of the rivets are going to need to be ground down because they're hitting. Possibly some of those down in there. So I got a lot of grinding to do to make sure this doesn't rattle around on me. I just got to make sure I can get this fuel cell in there before I put that piece in there, because yeah, I think so. It's got to be able to put those spouts down in first to get around the bar. I'm going to put like this over here. Okay, I got the second bracket fabbed up. I need to put a little notch in the corner of it because I wasn't thinking ahead, so I can keep these on the same plane. And then we're going to tack that to the wall, test fit. Then we'll come back, tack this in place, and do a test fit. Make sure that those spouts can get through there before I go ahead and make my other bracket. Actually, I might not. I got to put hinges on that first. All right, so I'm going to take some 1/4 inch cold round steel and make myself some automotive style hinges for the top of this. This will go down like that, and then you'll have a strap coming across the top, and then we'll have a bolt thingy back here, and it'll push down on the tank. I'm probably going to add rubber in there, maybe rubberized underspray so it doesn't chafe on anything. Alright, so I've made these a little bit bigger than I need them. It'll work out a lot better. Now I'm going to weld these two like this, and then we'll make our strap curl around this. I'm not going to get the forge going for that, but basically this is going to get heated up and it's going to get curled around this piece right here after it's welded. Okay, so I got something like this. I'm not going to clean that up. Well, maybe I'll grind it a little bit, but before I can weld this piece to here, I have to make my straps fit on here, because once I have them around there, I won't be able to do it once it's on the car, on the tank, so I have to do it while it's off. Get them wrapped around, and then figure out it's going to come over like that, and I need to go down and back up so it'll come over the end. I should be using the forge for this, but too lazy to start it. This is faster. This really quickly or it's going to cool off. I'm going to form it to that so it fits nicely before she cools off too much, and I'm going to have to do another heat. Sorry, mate. That's the first pass. You get the general idea though. I'm not straight. I could probably do this cold, but it's easier to move if you heat it up. Now I should have had the forge going, but I don't know if it's any cheaper than this lightness. This is probably cheaper, faster for sure. If I had more of this stuff to do, I would thought I got the board going. Okay, so we'll hook that around there. Here's some more. Just try to start the garage on fire here. And I roll it around. Almost. I'm going to give that another little heat. You can see I want this to touch so I can weld it. Ooh, she's hot in here today, boys. Just like so. And we're going to push out on it and beat it in at the same time. Should roll it. Deforming my, that's good enough right there. So we're going to do the other one like that, and we're going to make some bends in it. Alrighty, so after a little bit of heating and bending and stuff, you can see what I have here. I'm going to need to tack that in place and do a test fit before I weld it totally in place, because if this doesn't fit down in past that strap, then it's not going to be any good. And back here I'll have to make something onto that. Alrighty, so after a while, I'm not even sure how long it took me, this is what I got. I got her all welded up in here. I was only going to tack it, but oh well. I'm going to wait till it cools down. I'm going to do a test fit, and then we'll see how well it holds. I may add some rubber to the bottom and then under the strap, I don't know yet. Just not sure. I'd obviously grind off all the sharp points so it doesn't affect the fuel cell at all. Alright, test fit. Sweet. Fits like a glove. Some lock washers on there. I like it. Alright, so I've traced out my new seal on this gasket paper. This is used for radiators on big rigs. So I'm going to flip it over. We're going to center it. We're going to take it over to the concrete, and then we're going to hit it with a hammer and mark the holes. Then we'll drill it out with a drill. Okay, so we're just going to give each one a tap to mark it. Without it bouncing around. I'll do that on both sides.
But how?
But how? See what it did right there?
Yeah.
Right, so we're going to take it to the drill press after, and then we'll drill it out.
Yeah.
Okay, the holes are all drilled in it, and they fit fairly good. So next thing is to cut it all out, top and bottom. We're going to put two seals on it. This side here had a seal too. We want to keep the fuel from leaking. Alright, cut them both out with these contraptions. Now let's install it. Okay, so I've run my fuel line, and what I've used is a 3/8 copper plastic coated fuel line from a furnace job. I still have to attach it to the side of the wall here. I'll come back later and do that. I just kind of crudely bent it, and you can see I put a filter in there. I should probably use a steel one, but I want to use the clear one to see if it runs out of gas or not. So regularly we use like steel fuel line in stock cars and stuff to keep it from flexing and breaking. That's the theory behind it anyway. So we're gonna dump some gas in this bad boy and see what's gonna go on. Now I'm gonna have to address this lid, because before I put it in I didn't notice I was missing the handle. Like, didn't understand fully that it has to have a camber type of thing deal to, you'll see when I fix it. I have to make something that when I latch it down that it pulls up tight on the seal to get a perfect seal. Anyway, let's dump some fuel in it and check for leaks. And then I love these new gas cans. I'm going to put about half tank just in case it leaks. Fuel all over the place. That's not good. Anyway, come back to you when I get some more in it. These new gas cans ain't worth the crap. Already I have a fuel leak underneath the seat. Brand new hose clamp. Should always double hose clamp your stuff. Have to get in there and fix it. Well, that's what happens if you let them sit for a long time. Now I gotta take the carburetor apart and clean it. She's got a piece of dirt under the needle valve by the looks of it. Piston fuel all over the place. Son of a gun. I guess there's no test drive today. The first fuel leak I had was under here on the clamp. And I had another one up here by the fuel pump. It was spitting fuel. After I fixed that, then this started leaking. So, wow, it was probably leaking all along. I just never noticed it. See the amount of fuel underneath there? A little bit. Let that dry up. I might tear that carburetor apart today. I don't know. We'll see. Okay guys, so yeah, I'm gonna have to wait till I get the carb fixed. I was gonna run that TV over right there. I've been putting that off for about 2 weeks. I was trying to do that today to do a video response to another crazy British person. Anyway, so I'll get the carb fixed and hopefully we'll be able to squash something. It's not running right. It's misfiring too a little bit, so I'm gonna have to put some plugs in it. I gotta put antifreeze in it. If you guys want to see me get ganged up on in the world of tanks, friends of mine, we were online, and I can't remember what program you used, but they kind of, I think it was 3 or 4 on 1. It was unfair, but anyway, I'll put the link down below. The guy's name is Wes Clan, Shane. If you want to see that, go there. And I keep getting asked every day, every week, what happened to friggin' Widowmaker? Well, he's got a new channel, and it's the Redneck Vlog, I think, Vlog or something like that. I'll leave the link to his channel down there. If you were subscribed to him before and wonder where he went, well, he's still making videos, so so go check him out again. Yeah, and now we're into stage 2 of the wife's chemo stem cell treatment, or stage 1 I should say. So she's going to be gone this Thursday for about, at the minimum 3 weeks, at the maximum about 6. So people have been known to get out of there in the 2 weeks, so let's keep our fingers crossed and see what goes on. Anyway guys, I'll try to get some more videos. I have a pile of videos that I need to edit, about 5 of them, so after this one you'll see a whole bunch of ones from before. They're not going to be in sequence by any means, so from this summer, this spring, stuff like that. Anyway guys, so I'll get this carb fixed. I might do a little video on that. I'm not an expert at cleaning carbs, but I can show you what I can do. But anyway, let's leave it at that. And if you like what I'm doing, subscribe, give me the thumbs up, and I always read your comments. That's the main reason why I do YouTube. So talk to you guys later.